How will you wake up in the morning, go to the nearest police station, and begin to slaughter? They go about shooting people on the roads. You burn houses. What are they creating? What have you benefited? It's very unfortunate. If you think you have the privilege to carry gun, to move about, to kill, your name is sorry. And when we get them arrested, the same Indian Anambra will come and begin to plead for their release. I grew up in a harsh environment. We grew up drinking gari with palm kernel in my house. The greatest law in my house is to even talk about Indomie. We don't talk about Indomie. The police officer is a member of your community. The police officer is a friend. The police officer ensures the protection of life and property. Even if 100 years to come, if I die and wake up, I'll be a police officer.
What has your experience been as a police officer? What is the unique thing about being a police officer?
Freedom!
People are listening to their commissioner, especially in the Anambra. They would want you to come out clean, and I want you to come out clean. CP, what is the hope of people, some people of Ihiala that have not returned to their villages, that have absconded? What is the hope there? What are you telling them as their CP? What is going on there? What is the hope there? Talk to us.
Joy is coming. Joy is coming. Joy is coming.
Yes.
You see, it's not somebody from brass that came to Ihiala to disconnect the social life. It is the Ihiala people that rose up one day to say, oh, we don't want peace in this town again. We are going to bring problem. And there was problem. It is the same Ihiala people again that wake up one day to say, oh, we are tired of this hide and seek.
It don't do us.
It don't do us. So it's not the commissioner of police that will make it happen. Commissioner of police can only facilitate by number one, showing presence. That is why I engage I don't want to use the word strategy. It's community engagement. That's why I seem to be everywhere. It's not like I don't.
Yes. You seem to be.
Everywhere.
You seem to be, I agree.
Engagement. Engage the people. Reinforce, because it is not their fault. It's just that somehow they took it too far. How will you wake up in the morning, go to the nearest police station, and begin to slaughter? And meanwhile, I'm sorry to say, if you kill 10 policemen, about 8, 9, 10 are from your people. What have you benefited? You burn houses. These are the same houses you are likely to use if what you are looking for comes into your hand. I don't you understand, but
I feel you.
So it's very unfortunate. That is why there need to be a re-engineering of the minds. We have to be born again.
Yes.
Ihiala people have to be born again. We need peace. Because who is losing? No, you look at it now.
Economically and otherwise.
Everywhere.
Functions that are supposed to be coming down.
You wake up one day and say, sit at home. Who is losing? And this is a state that is not like it's amongst the Niger Delta oil producing states that is even though you sleep and wake up, at the end of the day, you can get your own compensation. No. An average Indian number is a hustler. It's a hustler. You go out in the best forms possible. Anyhow you look at it, hustle, then you tell Anambra man, say, make Onitsha no open. Where you want to make a job?
First day of the week.
It's criminal. Tell somebody, say, don't go and look for food to eat. It's a sin. Tell Anambra people. Commissioner of Police say, it is a sin to tell your fellow Indian Anambra not to look for food to eat. So if you think you have the privilege to carry gun, to move about, to kill, sorry, your name is sorry. So I want Indian Anambra to condemn the emergence somehow. Amongst them, it's not like they go about shooting people on the roads. What are they creating? I'm calling on Indian Anambra. Do not tolerate cultists. These are your children, your brothers, your sisters, your in-laws. And when we get them arrested, the same Indian Anambra will come and begin to plead for their release. They will come with lawyers, and when you keep them for waiting for trial, they will say, oh, you have over-detained them. And let me tell you, I keep telling people, you as the uncle, the mother, the father, the brother, you are, if you are not the number one victim of that cultist, you are going to be number two victim. Please tell our children that cultism does not bring any benefits.
Ọ bụrụ na ị chọrọ igwe anaghị ajụ ga-arụ oyi, nwanne jebe na Pine Leaf Estate and Properties Limited.
How is the police and Udogachi working? Is there a complementary activity between?
Of course,
police and Udogachi?
complementary actions, complementary performance, complementary services. However, if you look at Nigeria police now. Nigeria police is by 100 years old. Both from the days of Hausa constabulary till today. Yet, would you say the police is perfect in the service delivery? No, it's gradual. Dogaji too. They brought in people from different backgrounds, different aspirations. So gradually, this thing they call power. Sometimes it intoxicates. You understand, man? So, as advanced as US is, if you see the way they treat some people, especially based on color.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
There's no society that when a new thing comes up that will not have those challenges. The same thing when I was in the East, when Orutugu came up.
Yes.
And they had their own challenges. Even till tomorrow. That is not to say they should condemn, what they call it?
Udogachi
or any form of community policing. No. Community policing should be encouraged. Okay. But under the supervision of the federal police as of today.
Who is a commissioner for police? Because we normally hear commissioner for health, information, but then commissioner for police, we don't know whether is he from governor, is he from federal, is he from... So educate us today, who is the commissioner for police?
You start police officer first as a recruit. Commissioner of police is a rank.
Okay.
It's part of the rank of a police officer. First, they recruit. When you pass out, you become a constable, corporal, sergeant, inspector 1, inspector 2, inspector 3, ASP 1 star, ASP 2 star. Then we have deputy superintendent of police. DSP. Then you go to superintendent of police. That is where then you move to chief superintendent of police. That's a superintendent. CSP. Then once you move away from the CSP of being the CSP, you are now assistant commissioner of police. That is where commissionership starts. When you finish ACP, you go to DCP. From DCP, you go to Kidigbam. Commissioner of police. That is the peak.
ACP is bail free.
Are you asking me?
I'm asking you.
Do you intend to commit an offense?
I may have, just like you have a daughter that gives you wahala. I may have a son that will give you wahala tomorrow, and I'll come to bail him, sir.
Because bail is free.
It's free, sir.
It's bail.
Free.
Bail has always been free. It's free today and will always be free.
Is there a different orientation for police officers in the office? Do they give them a different orientation from the ones on the road? Because you will meet the ones on the road sometimes they could be unruly, but you go to the office, you see police attending to you, in a very good manner. Is there
police science says the less sleep you have, the more aggressive you become.
Oh.
It's not about the person.
Okay.
It's
maybe the song.
There's a lot of we need more funding. I'm not saying there is no funding.
Yes.
We need more young men and women. There has to be space. There had been lacuna. We did not prepare for today Nigeria, in every aspect. So it's gradually. We need more people.
I want to make healthy living a culture in our society. The time also to make exercise, sweat. That sweat is very important. Ibana garden, bela kukwani very natural food. Or if your body need it, just nyobana day to chukusike.
Let's talk about who you are as a police officer. First of all, who is a police officer? Educate us.
The police officer is an uncle, is a parent. The police officer is a friend. The police officer is a member of your community. However, the police officer evolves to becoming an officer that ensures the protection of life and property. In policing, my father was a banker, CBN, controller. But I said, no, there are two things I want to do. I said I'd be a journalist. I went to Nigerian Institute of Journalism.
You sound like one.
Yes, I practiced journalism for a while. A police officer has a responsibility when you say protection of life and property, it's everyone's responsibility.
Yes.
It's not just for the police.
Yes.
But within the society, just like prayers, everyone prays.
Yes.
That traditionally or otherwise.
Otherwise.
But then you have pastors who are trained.
Constitutional authorities.
They are
Custodians.
trained in the divine art of providing
spiritual guidance.
Yes, my friend.
Yes.
Just like medical doctor. Everyone is a medical doctor. If anything, if pepper enters someone eye now, you see somebody who just, lick salt, use the hand, you see some form of relief.
First aid.
However, you still have people who go into it as a career. That is the difference between President Commissioner of Police. I am very deliberate about my job, intentional about my job, proud of being a police officer. Even if 100 years to come, if I die and wake up, I'll be a police officer.
What has your experience been as a police officer? What is the unique thing about being a police officer?
Freedom! That is the highest thing God can give to you. The feeling of freedom. In knowledge, they say knowledge will be happiness that surpasses everything. Knowledge. That happiness in peace. Peace that surpasses
all understanding.
All understanding. When you're a police officer, there is no comma.
I don't know whether I should say how difficult it is to police Anambra, but let me put it this way. What are the unique things about Anambra State that you've seen when it comes to
very
security?
Entertaining.
Okay.
The Anambra man is not a chameleon. He's happy with you and he's happy with you. Today, if he's happy with you, he expresses it. He can wake up tomorrow and say, oh, Mr. Governor is the best thing to happen to us. The next day, he'll say, oh, Governor, why now? Why are you doing this to us? The other day, he will say, oh, thank you, this is the solution. In the Anambra are very expressive people. They do not, I'm not pampering. I'm the CP here. I've done police work in the south, east, west, everywhere, Nigeria, and other African countries. This is a very expressive society. In the Anambra are very expressive people. Although you still have in every community you still have the Thomases, the Downton Thomases and the Judases. But generally, it's been fun, doing police work.
Ndị be anyị, unu kpọrọ nya bụ oku, anyị azago. Ugbu a, ị ga-abụnwu onye ọbịa na gbam, n'agbanyeghị ebe ọbụla ị nọ n'ụwa. Ị chọrọ ka anyị gbaa gị ajụjụ ọnụ maọbụ ị chọrọ ka ụwa nụ ọnụ gị? Dere anyị ozi maọbụ kpọọ anyị n'akara ekwentị ndị a ị na-ahụ n'iru onyonyo gị. Daalụnụ. Tell us, what do you think is happening to the young people at the expense of not passing through some of these experiences now? Because with this, wisdom can be passed from grandmother to grandson. What are the outcome in the life of young people? And then you are going to say that this is part of the reason. What do you think is happening in the young people's life now?
A lot. In fact, I pity them. There is this street slang going through a lot. Our children are going through a lot. Our young girls are going through a lot because it's unfortunate. Somebody will visit you and may not be able to prepare egusi. Their life revolves around Indomie. I keep telling people in my house, the greatest law in my house is to even talk about Indomie. You don't talk about Indomie. You dare not talk about Indomie. It's a taboo. It's forbidden to even talk about, not to talk about eating Indomie. How now? For where? It's better we drink Gary. We grew up drinking Gary with palm kernel sometimes, with coconut. And today, by the grace of God, I've gone around the whole world. I go to the best hotels in the world by the grace of God. So it did not that I grew up in a harsh environment.
It got to a time where it looked like the people have lost their confidence in police officers, people that were meant to protect them are not doing that again. Sometimes you will see police officers being afraid to actually appear in their uniforms because of how people perceive them. And some people say that police is more like a tool in the hands of the government. How is it now? And then react to this.
Like I said, life is evolutionary. It's just a state, that is responding to the internal challenges of our security system. You understand? So it's not like that is how the relationship was. No. Do you understand?
Yes.
However, with the passage of time and human experiences, adjustments, social adjustment. Can't say that is how it has always been. Even I was at the zone here as Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge, admin in charge in Enugu and Anambra. So you can't comfortably be in uniform to walk about in Enugu, in Anambra or any of these states. But today, by the grace of God, gradually,
he's returning. So please, can you explain to us who is Ikioye Orutugu? Go ahead, please.
You've said it now. I'm Commissioner of Police in Anambra State.
Okay. Before being Commissioner for Police, we would want to go a little bit personal with you. Where are you from? Where were you born? Where did you attend your primary, secondary school, university? What did you study in school?
I was born shortly before the Civil War began.
Okay.
And yes, and those of us who were born in that era, especially when you are a son to a civil servant. My dad was a civil servant. So you move from one place to another until in the heat of the Nigerian Civil War. I cannot specifically factor myself to say I grew up in Port Harcourt, I grew up in Enugu, I grew up in Ilorin, I grew up in Lagos. However, all these places I've mentioned, including Okpoma, Brass, my hometown.
Okay. I'm
from Bayelsa. We pride ourselves to be in the beginning of Nigeria, at the edge of the Atlantic Ocean. If you have a map here, you Google, you see Brass. You have one of the best beaches in Nigeria on that coastline. I read political science.
Oh, post science.
Yes, my first degree. But I always wanted to be a police officer. Yes, wanted to be a police officer. So I applied Nigerian Police Academy. I got it this year, 2025. Makes me 10 years as a PhD holder.
Inwere akọpụlụ iche ịchọ ọkụ ụwa nọ. Inwe ife dị n'obi ịchọ ikwu gbam. Inwere ife dị omimi ịchọ ọkụ onye ọbụla malụ. Onwere akala aka izole izo ịchọ ọkụ ụwa fụ na inwe passion for. Bịa na gbam ka ụwa n'onu yi. Inwere business ịchọ ikwunye n'ọkụ. Onwe product ịchọ ka o soro na gbam. Ịchọ ka ife ị na-ele, ife ị na-eme na-aga as viral as gbam. We are here for you. Contact the number on your screen. Ka ikwunye n'ọkụ ka ifu na ọ na-eme. Adamu aka. Gbam is the biggest Igbo interview in the world. Come and find out for yourself.